What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about goal setting for real estate agents. This is the first time I'm presenting this freedom framework. This is something that I follow in my own goal setting. So I'm going to show you exactly what the freedom framework is so that you can achieve financial freedom as a real estate agent and live the life that you desire. And I'll also dig into exactly how I set my goals, both personal and business. So I think you're really going to love it. So make sure you stay all the way to the end so you don't miss anything, so you can have the best 2023 and beyond. So let's go ahead and get started. So what we have here with the Freedom Framework is I basically have this acronym called DARE. It's not drugs. I think it's, what was it? Drugs Against Resistance Education. It's not that. However, it does stand for something really cool that I'm about to show you. So I dare you to pursue your freedom. Now, this is something that is just my mission and my passion is helping others achieve financial freedom so that they can have location freedom, time freedom. And I just discovered last year that there's actually a fourth freedom that I used to never talk about, and that's mindset freedom. And I think this is the hardest one to achieve. And it's really hard to achieve when you're working 40, 50 hours a week, burned out, you're not present with your family. So like, that's what mindset freedom is. It's being present with your family, present with your friends, doing the things you love, not being anxious, not being stressed, like how great does that sound? So that's the fourth freedom that I'm after pursuit now with. So dare, what is it? Dream, just dream. Dream again. It's so funny when we're kids, right? We have these dreams to be a basketball player. Like I remember in fourth grade, I made a book for a school project where I was going to play in the NBA. And then I quickly realized I wasn't that good by the time I hit junior high. But your family supports that dream when you're in fourth grade. However, once we get older, we stop dreaming. We start getting, realistic, right? And when we do try to dream big as adults, our friends and family can beat us up a little bit, right? That's why it's so important about who you surround yourself with. So I challenge you, I dare you to dream again. Number two, analyze. What is this going to cost? What is this going to cost you? Because once you develop what your dream lifestyle is, you're going to need to analyze it and figure out what it's going to cost so you can truly pursue it, knowing what your financial goals are. Is this really what you want? Not what you're conditioned to want, not what you think is going to impress other people, not what society tells you on TV with commercials and social media that you should have, but in your heart, is this really what you want? And not just like that exotic car or that dream vacation, but really like, what do you want your average day to look like? Like I like to call it and think of it as your average dream day. So you're still working, like you can do this today, you can start this tomorrow. Like you're still working, but what time are you getting up? What are you doing in the morning? How are you spending those mornings? Are you working out? Are you making time for yourself? Are you cutting back on work so you can spend more time with your family? Are you taking a walk in a park that you love weekly or daily? Are you living where you want to be living? Do you need to move to a different state because you don't like the cold and you want to be where it's warm all year round? So this is like the type of like dreaming I'm really talking about. And of course, include the houses and the cars and all exotic vacations. Like if that's also what you want, which I'm sure it is, some of those things, then include that too. But more at the core, this becomes very real when you start thinking about what does my life look like? How am I spending my time? And then execute massive action. So that's the DARE acronym to help you remember, dream, analyze. What will it cost? Is it really what I want? Is it real and not just what has been fabricated by society? And then execute massive action. All right. So some brain dump ideas. I like to categorize this in four main categories. Looks like the formatting from Canva is a little bit off, but no big deal. We're going to roll with it. Faith, family, finances, and fun. I put friends and family together because that's really your relationships, and they start with F, so I didn't want to put relationships. So faith, what do you want your relationship with God to look like, your spiritual life to look like? Are you going to church? Are you reading your Bible or other religious texts? Are you praying on a daily basis? I'm a Christian, so that's really important to me. Friends and family, what do you want your relationships to look like? Time spent with them. Are you present with them? Do you want to do some really cool things this year? And do you want to be more purposeful about creating new relationships or letting some old ones go? Finances, what are your goals around money? What are your goals around your active income, your passive income, and your net worth? I like to break down my finances in those three key areas. And then fun. What epic adventures and surreal experiences do you want to have before you die? And I read a book recently called Die with Zero, and it talks about this idea of think about your life on a timeline. I'm 36, so I would put like my 30s, my 40s, my 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 100s, 110, 120. I plan to live a very long time. But there's going to be activities that I can do now, like I'm going to Jackson Hole snowboarding this weekend and snowmobiling with some buddies. But when I'm 90, what's my snowboarding really going to look like? Even when I'm 60, it's going to look way different than it can today. So I need to stack my snowboarding trips, that lifestyle, into my younger years. Whereas maybe owning a yacht where I'm just cruising around to different islands, which would be something I'd like to do one day, that can wait until my 60s, 70s, and even 80s, right? So you want to stack your dreams, your bucket list items into timelines of your life. I thought that was a really interesting thought process that I haven't really thought about too much. Like, of course, you understand it, but are you planning for it? Is it written down on a timeline? So I really like that. I like to think of this concept. This is my family, my daughter, Bella, my son, Breck, and my wife, Abby. And that's taken a few months ago. So that's relatively what my kids' ages are right now. So you can kind of see through my goal setting, what's important to me. It's these little guys right now. Jordan Peterson actually talks about how when your kids are like 0 to 5, it's this unique peak experience that you only get once in your life. And I really value that and want to make sure that I'm doing a good job fully embracing that. So I think about when we're near the end of our lives, we're not going to be wishing we had more money. We're not going to be wishing we spent more time working. What we're really going to be wishing is that we spent more time enjoying just the simple experiences with those we love. Time on the beach, time out in nature, time in the living room playing board games. And of course, we're going to be wishing, or some may be wishing, I'm not going to because I'm going to die with zero. But they might be wishing, I wish I would have taken that trip to Hawaii or that African safari. So that's just a centering thought that I wrote down in my journal a few weeks ago. And I think about it pretty much on a daily basis. All right, that's the little slideshow I have for you. Now let's dive into the goals, which I'm really excited to share with you. So hopefully you can still see my screen here. But this is what it looks like. This is my vision sheet. So it's two-sided. This is the first side. We'll focus on that right now. Let me zoom in so you can read it. I omitted some information. Just I didn't think it was relevant to this or on my income goals and things like that for the most part. But everything else, it's real. It's me. It's authentic. It's who I am. So here's a little peek at what goes on in my heart and in my mind. So the concept with this is to take it to Staples, laminate it. It's two-sided. The back side is all pictures. I'll show you those too. And you carry it everywhere you go. So rather than just having it on your wall in your office like a vision board, your vision sheet goes with you. You have multiple of them. You put them everywhere. My vision statement and my values is who I am at my core. It's what I inspired to be and what I inspired to live up to. So that's not going to change much from year to year, whereas everything else does. My mission statement has been, and in this format, I started in 2019, so it's my 4th year doing it. My mission statement is to inspire and teach others how to improve their lives and achieve their goals. That hasn't changed. My values haven't changed. Faith, family, growth, health, fitness, freedom, honesty, integrity. And I have a little phrase about what that means for me. And then live more surreal moments. Like I love that word, surreal. It just really hits for me. So live more surreal moments. But this one in the bottom left of this sheet, I did add this year. It was different now that I have financial freedom and I don't have to work for money anymore. I found this as a good centering question and thought process for me to follow when evaluating new opportunities. How do I want to spend my days? Like not just, traveling the world and doing all these amazing things, which I would like to do, but like, how do I spend like my average day? It goes back to your average dream day. How do I want to spend my days? And I know that I need to make as few choices as possible that violate my answer. Many opportunities seem exciting, but actually give you less of the life you want. I love that. Personal 1 year, business 1 year, be the best husband and dad I can be. Bible reading plan, weigh 205, golf under 100, kiteboard alone. I'm taking lessons for both those right now. Eat healthy, journal daily, business. What do I want to earn? I want to partner with 48 new agents at EXP this year. I want to have 8,000 agents in my EXP organization, which I have 6,500 right now. I want to be consistently posting on YouTube, which I currently am. I want my passive income to be 30K monthly. This is passive income from my investments outside of my EXP rev share, if you know what that is, if you're in EXP, or if you're not, but you're familiar. EXP has some revenue sharing that goes on, and I'm one of the top people in the company, top 15 at this point in revenue share. So that's residual income, and it's passive. However, this is from my investments, from my stock investments, the dividends I receive, the Airbnbs I have 2, and the apartment, hotel, and car wash syndications that I'm invested in. So right now it's just about 20K a month. Looking to get that to 30 this year. 1 to 3 year goal, buy a mountain home. This is a home that isn't necessarily in a ski resort type area, so a mountain home that we can enjoy more in the summer and the fall to do things like mountain biking, ATVs, fishing, just enjoying that fresh mountain air. I'd like to complete an extreme physical challenge, spend 4 weeks per year snowboarding. Right now, if the kid's little, I'm not going to do that this year, but as they grow and can participate, I'll be spending a big chunk of my time every winter in the mountains of Colorado, Montana, and Whistler, so British Columbia. This year, I plan to fly fish. I plan to kayak, snowboard, mountain bike, and kiteboard. That's kind of the lifestyle that I want to live, being active, being outside, being unplugged. Business side, I'd like to have 10,000 agents in my RevShare organization over the next couple of years, earning X per year. I'd like to write a book over the next year. 5 to 10 year goal, buy a Lamborghini as a kid. I grew up always wanting a Lamborghini, so that's a big goal of mine. Travel the world, buy a home in Laguna Beach, purchase private jet to share with my friends and family, or jet share, get to where I want to go more conveniently. And the biggest goal I have right now is to buy a ski and ski out home somewhere in Colorado, probably, or Montana. And this can be a home where we can have memories we can go to for Christmas every year. And I don't want to rent this one because I really want to be able to create the memories there and have the same place that we go to and keep my snowboard there and our skis and all that fun stuff. So that's going to be a really fun home to enjoy with my family and friends. We will rent it out to offset the cost, but it's going to be pretty pricey. If you ever check the prices for those types of homes in great areas, they're not cheap. Buy a Lamborghini, I could do it now, but where I live right now in the Caribbean, the roads aren't that great, and just don't care to have one here. But I do want to be able to take my son and drive around in a convertible Lamborghini at some point. And then the home in Laguna Beach, I would move there at some point if it wasn't for primarily the taxes there. So maybe we end up just renting there every year. But I think it'd be cool to have like my mountain house, my Laguna Beach house, then my home here in Puerto Rico as my primary residence, and be able to spend a little bit of time in those vacation homes every year while renting them out. That's like that lifestyle for me is really like the biggest motivation I have in terms of lifestyle right now. The cars and things like that, the jet, it'll all be cool, but just being able to spend time in beautiful surroundings with my family, that's my driving factor. On the personal side, or on the business side, I should say, net worth will be X by this date, and revenue share will be. So it's good to have, in my mind, I like, what am I going to do within 1 year? And the 1 to 3 year, it's still short enough time frame where it's very tangible. It's like, yeah, that's going to happen as long as I hit my goals. 5 to 10 years, kind of more like, my desires of what I want out of life could change. So it's kind of like a someday goal for me. Content strategy, that's really what drives my business. So as a real estate agent, for you, it might be your prospecting strategy or marketing strategy. At this point, being retired from selling real estate, I like YouTube. YouTube's fun for me. That's how I primarily grow my organization at EXP now. So that's my content strategy. So I put the driving force, like what is that leading indicator? And then the lagging indicator, what it's going to do for me is going to allow me to partner with 48 agents at EXP this year. If you're interested in partnering with me, link in the description. Just shoot me an email. Would be cool too, or hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, whatever. Buy a vacation home in the mountains while investing X per year in index funds, real estate, and private equity. Now the back, this is cool. This is fun for me to do every year. It's what I want. It's what I want my life to look like. So kind of break it down. I have a goal of about $500,000 a year in revenue share. I think that'd be really awesome. Subscribers on YouTube. Right now I'm in the real estate niche, so 100,000 is my goal. I do have plans to eventually open it up to just overall investing and real estate investing and personal development. 1 million would be the goal at that point. What is your God-sized dream? That's my God-sized dream. Like, I know without God, like, those things are not going to happen. You know, I can live the way I'm living because I'm already there, right? But I know if I'm going to get to the next level, it's going to be solely credit due to God for getting me there. And I mean, the reason I am where I am today is because of him. Without him, you know, I would not be up to anything good, I'm sure. I used to party a lot in my younger years in college and stuff, and God pulled me out of all that. So that's another video for another day. This is what I want the entrance of my home in Puerto Rico to look like. This is our logo, Game Changers Nation here at EXP. That's our RevShare group. So if you want to join it, that'd be really awesome. I want to be fit. I want to be able to move and run and do it in beautiful places. That's why I love this picture. Private jet to get there. This is our home in Puerto Rico. This is the Ritz-Carlton in our neighborhood. Family is important to me. B is for Big Brother. I got to update and get Bella on here. She's only 6 months old, so this was last year when he was going to be a big brother. Mountain biking, and again, beautiful places. This reminds me of maybe like British Columbia or even like Oregon. Pacific Northwest is just amazing. This is me snowboarding in Breckenridge. This is the Ritz here in my neighborhood. Can't wait to go snowboarding this weekend. Gonna be super awesome. Kiteboarding. I can kiteboard 5 minutes from my house. Take my golf cart there. Freedom. It's all about freedom. My goals are to have more freedom in life. Just more freedom, more freedom, more freedom to do what I want with who I want whenever I want. That's my driving mission. And then eventually a yacht or chartering a yacht would be really cool. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'll go ahead and stop sharing my screen here if I can figure that out. All right. So I couldn't stop recording since I'm using Loom. It ended the video, but I wanted to restart it real quick just to show you how I actually make this so you can do it on your own. So this is done in Canva. It's free to use Canva, and it's super simple. So like if you want this format, just use mine as a template. This line here, I just got from Elements. So I got that line from Elements. I pulled it over. I made it bigger. You can delete it. You can move it. Whatever you want to do. So we're just going to trash that. These are just text boxes. So you come to text. If you want a subheading, you got your subheading. If you want a body of text, you got a body of text. You just drag them over. So it's really simple. You resize it up here. So easy to use. So hopefully you enjoy that. And then down here, you just upload the video, the pictures to uploads, and you just drag them and resize them. So it's as simple as that, guys. So if you got value in this video, like, subscribe to the channel. Would really appreciate that. If there's somebody that you know that would get value from it, then definitely share it with them. And I will see you in the next one.